Hello everyone, DQ here, and the work I have for you today is the DOM System D. This work is very similar. Even when you look at the guts, you may think that this is DOM IX10, but actually this is a pin tumbler, very similar to IX10. It has identical drivers and key pins in your typical DOM shark fins, and they are also angled, as you can see. But yeah, it's not a dimple, it's a pin tumbler. It's the System D, which has two rows of pins. They are misaligned, obviously, as you can see, and they are mostly standard, but almost all of them have this like a tapered or tip-in section. This one in particular, I think you can see better. Has a little tip-in section, and that's the main difficulty of this work, other than the forked key pins. But the forked key pins are not that effective in the this keyway because it's a pin tumbler. On the dimple keyway they are much worse. And for anyone interested, I have videos of DOM IX10, DOM IX Saturn, and DOM IX Twin Star if you want to see them. I will link them in the description. But anyways, this work is very similar to the IX10 as I explained, because it doesn't have any fancy interactives or spool drivers like the Saturn or Twin Star. So the way you approach this work is, as I said for the third time, I think, very similar to the IX10. You tension one side, one direction, and one of the sides will bind first. The other will be jiggly. The whole side will be jiggly. So first you need to pick all the drivers from one side, then you get small faucet, then you go to the other side, pick them, you might get some even more core movement, and then the third phase of picking is basically tapping of the tip-in sections to the shear line. And yeah, that's pretty much the picking is pretty straightforward. It's cool that we have some mushrooms, one mushroom actually, and one like tapered key pin. But yeah, most of them are standard key pins, just shark finned. Another thing I wanted to mention is that yes, there is some mastering in this one, and the mastering, comes in these baby wafers that actually the thicker ones, like this here, have tiny serration. Not sure if you can see, but I hope you do. Whoops. But yeah, anyways, those are the three master chambers. They don't make the picking any easier, so you just pick them as normal actually. But yeah, the shape of this the shape of the chambers for the key pins, for those that don't know, are in this shape because that prevents the key pin from rotating. You know, when you pick normal lock, the pins can rotate freely, but here if they rotate, they will no longer be flush with the shear line, because as you can see, the shear line is off-centered, and all of the pins actually have angles. So when you put the driver, which is angled, and the key pin, which is angled together, they actually make a straight line. Like there is no gap in between them if they're positioned correctly. And this way, here as well, they're angled. It's like a teardrop shape. Has one 90-degree angle and the rest is round. This way they keep the drivers and key pins from rotating and basically making the lock not work by rotating. For picking, I'll be using this Sparrow's top of the keyway tensioner, which can fit in either of those two holes. Doesn't matter which one you choose. I go like this from here, and from here I go like that. Picking is done with hooks. For this one I used for one side this hook, which is more flat, and for the other side this side where I had one low lift at position 2 and one very high lift on position 4. I used this thin pick. Basically go from here, from this piece of the wording and downwards, and even sometimes going from here, from the middle, like this. And yeah, you can actually pretty comfortably pick. There is warding holes in this, two wardings here and here, so you can actually pick from here with deep hook, no problem. And yeah, other than that, as I explained, we will need very heavy tension. You will maybe not hear clicks on every pin, but that's totally normal. That's just this walk is like that. IX10 is also like that. You may not get any clicks at all, but the pins will be setting. And as I explained, when you tension clockwise, one side will bind, the other will be mushy. When you tension counterclockwise, the other side will bind and the first one will be mushy. You just pick the one side with its binding, you get some core movement, pick the other, get more core movement, and just revisit all the pins so you can find the T-pin driver that is stuck. Tap, 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 tap under heavy tension and the lock should open. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this lock, so now let's get it picked. Okay, DOM System D, same device, key is working, so let's try to pick it. I will be applying counterclockwise tension, starting from the left side. Oops, I overset. Let's check the other side. Okay, I think I got some core movement. So let's try this side. Yeah, I'm getting binders here for sure. Let's go back to the other side. Five was binding. Pin 4 is good. Okay, it was pin 4 on the left, so it is picked. Now let's get it. As you can see, it is fully picked. I will walk it back up. Remove the tensioner. Remove the C-clip. Use the key. Put a shim because the lock is warm to me. And get my folder because I didn't prepare one. So let's slide it out. The shim did nothing, but doesn't matter. Okay, the way I will do it is this side here will be first, then will be this side here. So first is the left side when it's American style. This wafer came from another chamber. Will be here. Okay. So these are all the key pins. Here is the plug. Now, first pin should be down. So we have this beautiful DOM driver. This one has some mastering in it, but that doesn't make it much easier to pick at all. And here are the 10 springs. I'm not going to sort them out, but because I don't have much place in the pinning tray, but this is the housing. Here are the pins, close up. And yeah, this is the DOM System D, picked and gutted. Just want to show you this spooled master wafer. So anyways, this is the DOM System D, picked and gutted. Hope you enjoyed, have a nice day, and bye.